welcome to Overture Highlands. Today's charcuterie board is all about being healthy. So I'm super excited about this one. I know a lot of them, all charcuterie boards get me excited actually, but today I'm gonna show you how to create a super healthy, especially for the hot summer days. It's great outside by a pool or just out in your patio, sharing with friends, a glass of wine, some bottled water, a barbecue. It's just great little munchies, especially for your family, your friends, your kids, your grandkids. So let's get started. So let me show you some of the items we'll be using today. I might not use all of them, but these just kind of give you an idea of your options and the variety that's out there. Carrots, bell peppers, of course I always like to add a few fruit on the tray. You can do watermelon, strawberries, but I mean we do have strawberries. Here's some blueberries. Any kind of fruit, you can do sliced oranges, sliced apples, whatever. You know, my kids love strawberries and watermelon, so I always make sure those are on there. Again, we have our nuts, broccoli, some cherry tomatoes, celery, and our sugar snap peas, another kid favorite at my house. They give that little sweet, but they're also super healthy for you, so love that. But before we get started in building that board, I wanna show you some great dipping sauces. Again, I'm always about the dips. Today I'm gonna create 2 dips for you, but also feel free to purchase these in the grocery stores. They make some great brands out there. They make some great healthy choices. And again, be creative. Whatever your family likes, whatever your friends like, those are the kind of dips that you might wanna buy or create. So today I'm making 2 dips. I'm making a ranch dip and a homemade blue cheese dip. I know a lot of folks don't like blue cheese, so I also will have some hummus in there as well, because hummus is a great option. It's made with chickpeas, lemon, olive oil, and garlic, but also super delicious. So let's get started. I'm actually gonna make 2 of these simultaneously, so I'll be making the blue cheese and the ranch together because they pretty much use the same ingredients and they share one common ingredient, and that's mayonnaise. So mayonnaise is like the super condiment in my opinion. So I've already, and again, I don't always, there's some things you can buy non-brand and there's some things that I prefer to make sure I buy the brand. So this is the Hidden Valley Ranch dressing packet. So highly recommend buying that particular brand. I have substituted in the past, just like I have my mayonnaise. I always choose Hellmann's, not an ad, no. But anyway, I just like the taste of Hellmann's. I think it's very versatile. Again, use your favorite, you know, whether it be Duke's. I just would suggest not to use Miracle Whip, a little too sweet. Hidden Valley Ranch packet. Over on this side, it's nothing in there yet, but as I start to build, you'll see what's gonna happen here. So we're actually gonna start with our mayonnaise. Both of them have mayonnaise, about a cup in them. So I am kind of eyeballing the mayonnaise today. I've made this dip enough to where I can eyeball it, so. We love this blue cheese dressing, by the way. It's one of my family favorites because we like to not only dip it with our veggies, but we actually like to put it on our steaks. Blue cheese and steak to me go very well, but my husband is like, he's not a big blue cheese lover, and that's okay. So let's go ahead and move on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my liquid. I find the milk definitely needs to be measured out because what happens with the ranch dressing is if it gets too watery, it just doesn't ever really thicken up. So it's very important. And then you end up adding more mayonnaise and it just doesn't, the balance isn't there. So I always make sure that I measure out my milk. And these are half cups, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my cup. This is a super easy recipe. It's literally 1 cup mayonnaise, 1 cup milk, the packet, whisk, chill for 30 minutes, and it's beautiful. And it's so much better to me than some of the bottled ranches out there. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with my blue cheese right now. The blue cheese, the only difference between the ranch and the blue cheese dressing is that we also are gonna be adding about a half a cup of sour cream to that 1 cup mayonnaise. And then of course, we don't wanna forget the crumbled blue cheese. So I add about, well, you know, you kind of add as much as you'd like. So it just kind of depends on your favorite. Also, what goes in here besides salt and pepper, which I'll add in a minute, is Worcestershire sauce. I don't have any Worcestershire sauce today in our kitchen, but I'm gonna actually try something. And because blue cheese, just wanna add a little tang. So I'm actually adding just a little bit of this A1 sauce. we'll see how it goes. So let me add my salt and pepper. You do not need to add salt and pepper to the ranch dip. It actually has plenty of salt. All the spices are in that actual packet for you. All right. I said hello to Ralph. He's our maintenance supervisor here at Overture Highlands. All right, guys. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead, and the most important thing about the side, let's just give this a nice little whip around. Again, both of these are gonna wanna sit so the flavors can kind of mingle and gel together. What I like to do with the back of my spoon or a fork is I just kind of go around and just kind of mash up some of those blue cheese crumbles, really kind of breaking them down, creating some of that delicious flavor. Again, I know, I would say maybe more than half probably don't like blue cheese. It is definitely an acquired taste. My daughter and I love it. Again, my husband is like, I can do without the blue cheese. Just give me some good old-fashioned ranch. All right, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and let that sit aside for right now, and then I'm gonna mix up our ranch dressing. So again, I'm gonna get a nice big spoon, and we're just gonna kind of, so typically a fork would probably have used better, so let's change this over to a fork real quick. And we're gonna do that real quick. And again, I know this looks super soupy and I'm making a little bit of a mess, but this eventually will get super, super nice and thick. So we'll come back to this as well. And to be honest, I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit about how to make the ranch dressing. Today, I actually kind of cheated a little bit. We went and purchased a bottle because I know we don't have 30 minutes to spare. So I went ahead and got some Hidden Valley or Lighthouse Ranch, homestyle ranch dressing. We love this stuff here. It's got some nice little chunks. It's got great flavors. Highly recommend checking it out. So this is what we're using today instead of the homemade version. All right, let's start building our board, shall we? Again, as you see over here, we've got a beautiful array of stuff. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take and build up. And we're gonna use this giant, it's not quite giant, but we're gonna use this particular kind of tray to build ours. These are for our sauces. I'm gonna put these in here already so I can kind of see how I'm gonna start to build, and also it gives me an idea of where I'm gonna put my sauces. So here we go, you guys. All right, so let's start. So I think I'm gonna start with some beautiful orange carrots. So let's go ahead and get these on the board. Again, this will go by really quickly, you guys. Because, I mean, again, when you have everything prepped for you, I mean, the grocery store, by the way, we have pre-washed all of our vegetables. Highly recommend doing that, making sure you really do take care and wash and rinse your veggies, and then also prepping them ahead of time, and then that makes it easy to build that board, especially if you're going to an event, or right now we're kind of still staying at home a little bit more, so when you can have friends over, it makes it easy to build. So from here, I'm actually gonna move into my cherry tomatoes. Again, I love these because it gives such a variety of different colors. There's green, sometimes there's orange, and sometimes yellow. As you can see, we've chosen a lot. I'm gonna put those right there, kind of in the middle. We've chosen a lot of different color because, you know, color just makes that board look so pretty. You just kind of build this up just like so. And then we're gonna move over, I think, you know, let's get these sugar snap peas on the board. There we go. Moving on. How about some great almonds? They always add a nice little crunch. They also act as great dividers for your veggies. So we're gonna add a couple over here as well. Keep my tomatoes in place, move those out of the way. Now we're gonna move over to some blueberries. You know, I'm gonna add a little bit of the blueberries over here. These kind of things. Actually, I'm gonna put them over here next to the carrots. Because this has great sides and there's a nice depth, you can actually build these up really high, adding a lot more than a flat board. From here, we've got our cherry tomatoes, so I'm gonna add something green over here as well. We love celery. I've already prepped the celery. I've washed them and cut them up. Not, you know, just lovely, just kind of grab slices right here. I'm just gonna put those up here again. Actually, I'm gonna put those in a corner. If you've watched some of my charcuterie boards in the past, you'll notice that I kind of, as I create, sometimes things change. I kind of eyeball it and say, hey, that works, that doesn't, and then I move it around. So that's kind of the fun about building these charcuterie boards, is that you can be super creative with them. And sometimes the almonds don't look always pretty next to something else, so you want to move it, and that's okay. All right, so here we go. I'm adding my cashews. Cashews are such great nuts. I did purchase lightly salted almonds and cashews today. We're gonna add some on this side. And we're gonna kind of build that up just a little bit. The great thing about celery, also, these are kind of fun little decorative, so don't ever throw these out. I always like save these and chop them up, use them as the top of a decor, but also they're great for soups and stews. So don't throw these out. They're full of flavor. Just make sure they're washed really well. Again, how cute would this be if you had actually there's a bunch of them right here. How cute would these be? Put in a little cute glass mason jar stuck in the middle, kind of like a little celery flower. Super cute, but yeah, don't throw them away, use those. We're gonna move on to our broccoli and cauliflower. We're gonna build that up quite a bit right here. To kind of prep, besides washing and rinsing our vegetables, what we also did is we kind of took a knife and we just kind of sliced the end off just a little bit, just like that. Just to kind of get rid of the bottom, and then we went ahead and washed them. So what I like to do, these have already been chopped, and then I just kind of bind the blend of cauliflower. Sometimes if you feel they're too big, you can actually just take your knife just down the center and make them a little smaller for your guest. But again, that's kind of your call. So to me, like that cauliflower is just a little too big. So I'm actually gonna kind of give that just a little cut in half and kind of pile that around. Again, you wanna make it look pretty. You wanna kind of balance out the white. Remember, we eat with our eyes. So just kind of balance a little bit out. I love some great raw broccoli and cauliflower, especially dipped in some of that homemade ranch. It's yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, guys. So we're almost finished up here. I'm actually gonna add some more of these little celery stems over here to build that up just a little bit more. There we go. Got my nuts. All right. Now, let's see. I just want to share with you, we'll go over the bell peppers in a minute, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the strawberries. Now, it's my preference to kind of leave the strawberry greens on top. You don't have to. You're welcome to cut those off. You're welcome to slice them. I like to keep them on. I think they add just such a pretty element of green. You know, so it's just kind of whatever you want to do, what your choices are with that. And because I have the high edges, I can actually build this up a little bit. All right. And then from here, let's see, I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more berries in there. I'm gonna add the rest of these beautiful sugar snap peas or sweet snap peas. Okay, so as I'm looking at the board, this is where these bell peppers come in. I love the color arrangements of these bell peppers. Sometimes you'll get some bright, bright yellow, all different colors from reds, yellows, and oranges. What I like to do with this is I just kind of like to stick them in. Let's take off that, that's a little bit. And just kind of start to kind of put them around. You know, I just think they add just little, well, you know, that doesn't look great there because it's the orange, but we'll put a nice red one over here. Let's add some yellow. Let's see. How about some right here in the middle? Yes, doesn't that look pretty? So the only thing missing now is our delicious dips. Now again, I know I made the blue cheese and I made the ranch. Those two would take about 30 minutes. Feel free to add extra little containers here or ramekins, fill those with sauce. You can actually put those around and build around that if you wanted. I wanted to make sure I really filled this up. So let's add our sauce. Again, I love this dressing, so it's super, super, super easy. Voila. And then the hummus. So you are welcome to make your own. It is pretty easy, it just takes a little time. Cans of garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas, lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, in a processor, blend that up, and it's beautiful. But today, nobody needs to know that you didn't make this. So what we did is we bought some great hummus here, and I'm just gonna scoop some of that hummus into this container. Actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but the reason what they put on the top of your store-bought hummuses is meant to be mixed into the whole hummus. A lot of people just kind of eat around it. If you want plain hummus, you buy plain hummus. But the reason that's up there is so you can mix that around. Okay, I don't know if anybody knew that. I've seen quite a few people just kind of eat around and eat all the plain. Yes, look at that. Oh, you guys, doesn't that look delicious? So, these are the cutest little spoons. So I'm just gonna kind of add some of these super cute little spoons in there. And then we wanna kind of add some tongs. And voila, you've got your super healthy charcuterie board to be shared anywhere. This is great wrapped. Chill it in a cooler, bring it out to a picnic. Well guys, listen, thanks again for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed your day today and your time with me. Look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Have a great one, bye.